Well, it's official. The Mara nerfs are here. Hey guys, it is the Gaming Ronin back again with another reaction video. I've been making a lot of these the last month, ever since 7.2 got announced. Uh, and this will be the last for a good little while. Hopefully, um, I just hasn't been the content I've been wanting to make or really interested in making, but as it really affects my Marauder guides and how we play Marauder, it's been important that I get these reactions and outs and whatnot. Uh, so we're gonna go ahead and go over the patch notes. I'm gonna do my best to keep this quick, simple, clean. I am gonna kind of skip over some stuff. Just I've already kind of gone through. I did a live reaction to the patch notes on my Twitch channel, which is always linked down below, and you can go ahead and check that out and see when I'm live. All that I will of course be live tomorrow as soon as I'm able to. Once the servers are back up, I may not immediately be live when they are up, but I will be live tomorrow. So look forward to that, and that is December 13th, 2022. Just for when this video is super old and ancient, and people don't go like, gotta go, check out that 7.2 update 5 years later. Anyway, so we're gonna start off the highlights. I'm gonna kind of skip general. If you are interested in reading all of this, you of course can pause the video if I'm just scrolling. And I may even like pause briefly so you can pause it, pause the video, or you can click the link because I will have it linked for you in the description, so you can go ahead and read it yourself. As I'm not versed enough in some of the class changes to really give a good opinion on them. So let's go ahead and jump into the highlights. These are the main things that are being changed in 7.2 and what we have to look forward to. So let's go ahead and start with the story update showdown on Runic. We are finally getting the heated battle between Shay Vizsla and Hedda Cole, and the whole inner struggle of the Mandalorians that's been going on for about a year and a half. I want to say 2 years almost. And it's been a long time coming. We're of course also getting the new planet Runic, along with that new daily area. It's a mining planet. So it looks pretty good. I actually never did go to Runic in the PTS, so all my attention was on just testing Marauder and all the various Marauder changes. Um, we're getting a lot of UI enhancements. Um, so new welcome window, lots of customizations. I will be changing everything live on stream, and I will also make a quick little video myself. Of course, you can always look to SWTOR as well for a good way uh, to change everything up for you, and so you can personalize it to your liking. It is a lot, and we all are gonna have to do this. Because it's just going to be forced on us, I do believe, as it was on the PTS. Gear changes, we are getting a higher item rating that we can access. Everyone can now reach at base 336. For those that are not doing R4 hard mode and getting up to 340 gear. And not only that, PvP is going to be base 332, I believe. So that's exciting that we can do a little more damage in PvP. And then of course also the PvP revamp, where you don't have to queue for 4v4s if you don't want to. and you can queue as a full operation team into PvP. Personally, I think that's a really bad decision. PvP may or may not be that all that fun to go and do. We'll see how it goes. I know a lot of players are just never going to touch 4v4s again and are going to be done with it forever and ever. And of course, the PvP season as well, replacing our ranked reward system and ranked overall. And of course, also ranked is gone, which I'm kind of sad about. I didn't do that much, but it was kind of a fun thing that you could go and do and whatnot. But they just don't want to bother with any kind of leaderboard or dealing with uh, PvP balance clearly, because that, in my opinion, should be way more addressed than removing ranked. PvP needs some major balance changes, and it's just nowhere on the horizon. Life Day, I believe we're getting immediately. So although I think it may come out on the 20th, but uh, from here it looks like we're getting Life Day tomorrow on the 13th, which is good, and we're gonna have some new stuff, cosmetic stuff to go along with that. The best in view in SWTOR, contest winners uh, went through. That's completed, and then we are also getting our 11-year anniversary. Because even though the official launch date was, I believe, January 2012, the game did officially launch, or did a pre-launch in December 2011. So we do celebrate our anniversaries in December. And then on the 20th, which is what I was thinking of, we will be getting double XP for about a week. That'll last through December 27th. For double XP and Valor, which Valor is a useless thing now since we don't have ranked anymore, and that's what mattered there. So yeah, so that's the highlights. There's a lot of general stuff, a lot of fixes that they're doing. This is probably the main thing that I liked, was that we can, or not just that, but somewhere in here, you can actually favorite and do a little bit more in organizing your outfit, which is your outfit list, which is really nice. It's gonna make things a lot easier. You can access the things that you like the most. Because 32 outfits per tune is a lot. Yeah, and then there's some fixes that, in my opinion, not what they need to focus on. There's much more major fixes. Some cartel fixes, cartel market fixes. Um, yeah, items and economy. The main thing I want to go over is going to be with hide and seek. There was actually something interesting. We will no longer have an item rating requirement for 332, 336. You just need to be able to do the mission, which is going to be deconstruct an item that is 332 and 336. So you just have to get gear that is 336 and 332. And then I did not. They didn't mention that the implants were going to be increased at all. So we're still stuck with 334 legendaries, which is a shame, but that is okay, considering 340 also doesn't get an increase in their implants either. So it kind of keeps things pretty fair across the board, as far as that's concerned. Don't waste your time getting 332. Just go aim for the 336. So all this gear: Elite Decurion, Supreme Decurion, Taiwanese, Colomi, and Orcata, all are getting raised up to 336. The best thing to do is get your hands on Ricotta implants, which if you just go do EV hard mode or KP hard mode, you can easily get two 2 implants that are ricotta, raise them up. I mean, you can also do the other stuff too. You can raise all this stuff, but this is also gear you're going to want to destroy. Since we don't use implants, those are going to be your best target, and just get them all the way up to 336, and then just use those to be destroyed. It's not going to mess with your gear at all. Implants are the thing to just destroy, and do the missions with hide and seek. So that is exciting. And then there's some changes to tech frags. This is the one thing that I'm excited about, as I can sell my useless conquest commendations to get some tech frags. So that's kind of nice. There's a few more stuff, but here is the thing we care about the most, which we have gone over. There was one added thing here. Everything else we've seen already, to Scoundrel and Operative. They got a tactical fix, so this now works. And then there was an issue for Sawbones and Medicine that now works. Assassins and Shadows, you got your buffs. Power attacks and Vanguards, you got your buffs. Again, pause it if you need to take a look at this stuff. And then I did actually Sage's telekinetic. You had a typo apparently. I actually noticed that the and I'm just going through just to make sure. Yeah, the Merc and Commando changes are missing. They aren't going full forward with them. That I found to be interesting. They just aren't here. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead, hop into the Marauder stuff. Sentinels, if you want to follow along, go ahead, take a screenshot, or just pause it. You can take a look through here at the changes. But I'm gonna be going through Marauder. Here it's the exact same thing, but if you do play pub side and you're a Sentinel, there you go. So it is exactly everything that we got. Theory is pretty much dead. As far as we know it, we are gonna we have a lot to figure out for Fury and how we're gonna play Fury from now on. Again, 6.0 rotation is viable. It is pretty solid. High 30k, possible 31k, kind of guaranteed. For my own testing, there's but 7.0, 33k, 34k, 35k, that's gone. That is just dead. The auto crit after activating Berserk was just way too good, and it affected way too much. This is just this kills the class in so many ways. This doesn't mean a damn thing. It really doesn't. It doesn't. This is just a damage nerf, which is fine in all honesty. Carnage is a solid 31k. You maybe even push 32k. I know there's gonna be plenty of 32k Carnage Marauders. We're still gonna be able to do the Mad Dash trick. This is absolutely fine. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It's just a little bit of a damage reduction. This is still really super solid. And then all of the annihilation changes we saw have moved forward. They haven't done anything about this. I'm perfectly fine with them doing this. I don't think this needs to happen, but okay. This needed to just be somewhere else and then just leave Juyo around like as it was. This means nothing and doesn't do anything. It doesn't. And then this is an absolute joke. This doesn't matter if you're using force fractures. Please stop using force fracture. Do not let them think that we want to use force fracture, unless like you're in some kind of dare to use force fracture or something. overall, just about everything else I actually really do like about the Annie changes. Because I do think Annie should be more about the dots, than a burst ability. That's fine. Although I don't like this, I kind of like Swift Demise as it is, because that is a damage buff. Um, that just kind of intermittently happens throughout a fight. It doesn't always happen, but I mean, it doesn't always. It isn't a 100%. This is always happening. But it's way better as it is now, than this, because I don't like something that is only affecting 30% of a fight. Uh, I kind of wish this was vicious slash, not vicious throw. That's all. This is such a waste. For 70% of a fight. Uh, it's just a waste. Um, you might as well have just removed it, in my opinion. Uh, so I really don't like this change at all. But apparently it made it's too good. Um, so I think it's better off, as it was, than what it's becoming, because it's just like, cool, 30% of a fight, which is really 29% of a fight. But whatever. So yeah, there it is. It happened. This is what we're getting. I will Carnage. I'm not gonna make a new guide video, because overall it's just a damage nerf. You can still use my guide, as is. Uh, you don't really have to do anything. I may update it, just make it a little bit clearer, a little bit shorter. Um, Fury, I'm going to be doing a lot of testing. I'm going to see what's viable, and then I'll make a video for that. And Annihilation, of course, I'm going to also make a video. You are kind of doing things a little bit differently. There's a little bit of a different mindset you got to have. You really got to focus in on uh, on building Fury. You really got to do that. And then, of course, the Merc changes are just gone. They're not here, apparently, unless that's a mistake. I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, so that is the class changes, or combat style changes, I should say. Flashpoints, Rune of Null, yay. They're fixing Lady D, which is nice. um, this is kind of nice. This is the purple circle that she does. It's gonna be smaller, which is really nice, because it affects the multiple layers. The circles do affect the multiple layers, and so it was kind of hitting down below, as well, and that was kind of an issue. So they made that smaller, and then she's no longer killing herself. You can't get her to kill herself anymore. That was the thing that was happening. And some missions fixed. PvP, they made a change to essentially tanks, uh, with self-targeting abilities. These are no longer going to count towards healing in the scoreboards. And then we're getting some new tooltips, kind of whatever. Um, Yay, and then some event stuff. Galactic Seasons. I don't care much about Galactic Seasons enough to care about it. Um, I just don't care about it. And then season objectives as well. There you guys go. That is pretty much everything. And then apparently there was something wrong with refunds. They're now correctly refunded. Yay. Yeah, so it is what it is. There's not much we can do to change it. That we gave them our feedback. The only feedback that they actually took in for Marauders was that Fury was still way too broken, and that it needs to die, apparently. I feel like just give it some damage nerfs and leave it alone, and let it be a thing, because that is a rotation that was way too tight, way too susceptible to, like, you need to do this, and 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 this. in that exact order with no interruption. That was a rotation that needed to be changed. And with this, they've done that by just killing it off essentially. I mean, which to be fair, it is still playable because it does have a rotation it can fall back on. Um, and because it does have 6.0 and it's still doing better than Commando and Mercs overall. So, um, yeah, so that's still a thing. I completely still am of the mindset that nerfing Marauder was just the wrong thing to do right now. I think the classes that are struggling should be elevated to do better, and to have them do more damage and be viable picks, and so that way everyone can kind of play what they want to play and get through a fight and all that. So anyway, so I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I will be having plenty of videos coming out for 7.2, and I will of course be live doing plenty of testing. So if you want to catch me and just see where things stand, a lot quicker than my guide videos coming out, do go give my Twitch channel a follow. And I also, of course, raid all the time. A raid 6 a.m. Pacific Standard. And we're currently progging on Lady D, which has been a lot of fun. I finally just got to her because I finally got into a team that's at her, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it, and it's just kind of nice to be away from the other 3 bosses of R4. And then we're of course going to move on to move back to NIM content once we're kind of farming out Lady D, and we made some pretty good progress actually today, the 12th. We got into burn phase for the first time, which is our 4th attempt at her, which I think is pretty solid. Of course, we are also coming off of the knowledge that of everyone else that's beaten her, so we don't have to figure that out at all. Anyway, guys, I will be back in the next video. Have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll see you in a galaxy far, far